All right, here we go. Hello, welcome to RC Video Reviews. Today we're taking a look at the brand new 18th anniversary edition Avanti S 90mm from FMS. Before I get into the content, I need to let you know this video is sponsored by FMS, who sent me this Avanti for review. I'll have links in the description if you'd like to pick up one of these planes for yourself. With that said, let's talk a little bit about the plane. We're going to do some weight and thrust testing, and then we're going to maiden it. If you follow my channel, you know I like flying the Avanti quite a bit. I've got the smaller version, the V2, the red and white scheme. This is the bigger brother, 90 millimeters, and it is a gorgeous airframe. I like the airframe quite a bit. The red and gold, I'm not too sold on that from a color perspective because I like those bright pops of contrast in the sky. They help with visibility. That said, when it comes to jets, you often rely on the silhouette to keep your orientation straight. So maybe color won't be a big deal on this one, but in terms of the overall appearance of the plane, that's my only real gripe. I would prefer brighter hits of color in contrast with the red. Regarding the rest of the airframe, the assembly was very, very simple. You have to screw on the tail cone. There's a tail segment that goes about that far, and you screw that on. There's 4 screws at 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. You screw on the elevator, you screw on the rudder, and you screw on the wings, and that's about it. The wings have quick connectors inside. The entire interior of the cockpit is wired and ready to go, so all you have to do is connect a 6-channel receiver. That'll operate the gear and flaps, plus your standard full house controls AETR. So very simple setup, and this plane also does have a reversing ESC. So if you like the reversing ESC, you've got that capability as well. I did not set that up on my radio, and I would point out if you want the reversing ESC, then you're up to an 8-channel receiver. So you need an extra channel to tell the ESC it's got to be in reverse. So we're going to pop the cockpit off and take a look inside.
Hey man, we're getting better at this. That only took 15 takes.
Only 15 takes.
Only
that wasn't
15.
too bad.
We are getting better at it.
Yeah. It's practice. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, man.
Right, inside the cockpit, I've got a 6-cell 5000 battery. I did cut off the EC connector because I use XT90, so I had to cut that off and swap it for an XT connector. All the wiring is already done, and I'm flying this on an EPW6 Express LRS receiver. So plenty of room inside for the battery, no problem there. And I'll also mention that if you get the thrust vectoring capability, there's also a counterweight that goes in here. That does not come in the standard kit unless you get the thrust vectoring. You get the thrust vectoring, then you got to put the counterweight in. Inside the cockpit, they did a really nice job with the details. Look at the screens. They've got the single pane of glass type avionics screens in there. Very nicely done. And then same up front with a little pilot figure in the front seat. So very, very cool.
That is nice. Yep.
Yeah. We'll also take a look at the landing gear, and it is an articulated oleo. And check this out. Dave's going to go ahead and compress it. And he's letting go now. And see how it rises back on its own? That's a dampened strut.
It took too long for them to do that. That works correctly.
That's a nice update.
Yeah. And it's all 3 of them. All of them. Look.
Yep.
Look
And of course you have the same on the back.
Yeah. Beautiful. I love that.
We'll take a look at the mains now. Dave, go ahead and compress the starboard side.
Okay, here goes.
There you go. See? Dampened oleos. Very nice.
Did we get the right starboard this time?
We did. We got the right starboard that time.
Nice.
We got the military starboard.
Here's the other side.
All right, next we'll flip it over and take a look at the retracts and the flaps. I'll bring the flaps down. So there are my takeoff flaps, and here are my landing flaps, so fully functional flaps. And then we'll bring the gear up and down as well to give you a look at how streamlined it is when that plane is in the sky. So here come the flap gear up. Nicely done. Door up front covering everything up. No doors on the mains, but they are tucked into the belly, and it's got a nice flush surface. So
nice and slow, man. Beautiful.
Nice and slow. Yeah, very good. And FYI, I do have a slight elevator mix on the flaps just to help with the ballooning. But on the Avantis, you don't need too much, just a little bit. A little bit.
Put the flaps down one more time, please. Check this out.
Yeah, they extend away from the airframe.
Yep,
That's what we're showing.
Very nice. Very nice. Looks nice.
All right, let's fly it. All right, here we go. All right, I've got to trim it. All right, I've got it all trimmed up. Let's see what she can do. I'm gonna go into high rates now. Plenty of power on the loop, no issues there. Let's do a burner down low. Let's get everyone to look at it. Hauling the mail.
That was pretty quick.
The red is really visible. Of course, I've got sun helping me out, so the sun is reflecting off the red pretty well. My concerns about visibility are not as dramatic as when I first took it out of the box. Of course, you're getting shadows down on that end of things. Let's try a knife edge, see how it does on the knife edge. Beautiful. Oh yeah, easy on the knife edge, no problem there at all.
Very nice.
Do a couple figure eights down low, and then we'll do a, no, you know what, we'll do a hammerhead. Let's try that out. Lots of power on the climb. That nose does not want to come over though. No movement over the wing. It definitely did not want to come over.
16, 15, 13, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 23.9 volts.
We still have 23.
6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Timer 3 elapsed.
All right, we still have 23.3 volts after 3:30, so I still have a little time to fly. I love these Avantis, man. They've always been very efficient. Here's another burner, Dave. Yeah, this plane handles fantastic. I love Avantis. They're so good. No difference on this one. It feels like a bigger plane, you know, but it is a bigger plane, so no surprise there. But I think the rates are perfect for this plane right now, the way I like to fly, big sport on Avantis, so that's really good. We're at 4 minutes right now.
23.
Man, this one smells a lot like a keeper.
23 volts still. Let's try the slow speed. I'm gonna do a stall, Dave.
Okay.
I've got to come around and I'll do a stall into the wind. I do them into the wind because I want the wind to help me on recovery. That's why. All right, here comes the stall. Power up, 45 degrees. And, oh gosh, yeah.
Nice.
Little cupcake, perfectly straight stall.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Let's try some slow speed flight, Dave. I'm gonna fly by slow and see what happens here.
Okay. Is that no flaps? Slow?
No flaps.
Okay.
That's just elevator.
Okay, flaps up. All right.
We're now at 5 minutes.
23.1.
23.1. All right, that's it. I'm going to bring it down. We'll bring it around into the wind, get the gear down.
Gear down. Take off flaps.
Got takeoff flaps.
Flaps down.
Flaps are down now. Those are landing flaps.
Nice. First flight.
Flaps up.
Avantis. I don't know what it is about these jets, but they have just got, there is some kind of secret sauce to this plane. It's fantastic. We're going to talk about battery and flight time when we get it on the bench, but You just simply cannot go wrong with an Avanti. they're amazing. I need a little rudder trim there. It's drifting to the right, but that's an easy fix. No problems there. Beautiful, beautiful airplane. Definitely a good airplane.
Very nice.
Yeah, I don't gush over planes, but there are just some models out there that do the job, and this one does the job. I got really good flight time. We'll cover the time in just a second, and the performance in the sky. It's fast, it looks good, maneuvers well. Let's put it on the table and wrap it up. All right, Dave, go ahead and pop that canopy off. Let's put the battery meter and see how it did. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna get the radio out. For flight time, I got 5 minutes and 53 seconds on that flight. So I think 6 minutes, solid flight time, and I was not being kind to the motor. Some people, when you do these maiden videos, they say, oh, punish it. And I punished it. I did a lot of straight up climbs. I did a lot of low speed burners. I definitely punished it. So Dave's gonna put the meter on and we'll see where we land. Okay, there's a look at the battery meter, 3.71 volts per cell, which is perfect. That is a very good spot. Very safe, 3.7 after rest, which means we were definitely below that, so around 365. So I think that's, oddly enough, we seem to hit the nail on the head. It's about 6 minutes, and that puts your batteries at 3.7, which is just where you want them to finish. So overall, I'm very satisfied with that, especially given the fact this is a big 90mm plane. Dave, what comments do you have?
It's big. What comments I got? It's nice. It's beautiful. It flies great.
What'd you think about the visibility in the sky? You were filming a lot, I know. But
It's a little difficult. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me fly it and I'll tell you.
You'll tell us if
There you
he's
go.
going to fly it, huh?
Let's
Okay.
fly it and I'll tell you what I think about it in the sky.
All right. As far as I'm concerned, the Avanti's a winner. Ever since I flew my very first one, I've really appreciated this airframe, and no difference on the 90mm. I still kind of wish they would have used a brighter color scheme instead of the gold, just to give it a little more contrast, but it wasn't much of a problem. And again, you get that silhouette and momentum to help with orientation. So overall, it performed well. It landed very easy. The takeoff, it got light on its wings really quickly with mid flaps, no problems there. And then in the sky, it's just a good power equation. It's not overdone, so it's not ridiculous power, but in exchange for that, you get 6 minutes of flight time, which is fantastic. And you get sufficient power to do the stuff you'd want to do for big sport flying or big air sport flying.
By the way, I believe this is the first EDF jet on its class that you can actually have the thrust vectoring on.
Yeah.
Take 2-3 screws out, pull that out, and put the other one in, and that's it, and you're done. And you got thrust vectoring. That'd be interesting to try.
Yeah, and on that note, the slow speed handling was great. It got nice and slow up there with no flaps, and the stall characteristics were fine. So.
And there's no gyro, by the way. That was the frame doing it.
Yeah, this is how it came out of the box.
Yeah.
If this were a keeper, I probably would put a gyro in this one. But yeah, no gyro help on this one at all. This is the way it came out of the box.
Beautiful.
This is the weigh-in for the Avanti 90mm, and this is the all-up weight. I've got a 6L5000 in there, and we're looking at 6.95 on the scale, 6.95 pounds on the Avanti. So we'll call it 7 pounds all-up weight. Thrust test and wattage test next up. Now we're going to do the watt test on the Avanti 90mm. Dave, whenever you're ready.
All right, go. Throttle active.
I saw 2,600 watts and 108 amps on that. Now we'll do the thrust test.
Okay. Let me get on here just in case. Whenever you're ready.
Whenever you're ready, Dave.
All right, here we go.
.17 on the thrust, so just slightly under 1-to-1. We're 5.17 on the thrust.
Throttle lock. There you go.
All right, let's fly it. Dave liked that Avanti 90mm so much he wanted to give it a go. So Dave, whenever you're ready.
All right, really quick. The flaps are on the right-hand side, but I do not have to use my index finger, right? I can do it with any finger on the right-hand side.
As long as you can reach it, buddy.
Okay,
It's all you.
flaps on the right and gear on the left, right?
Flaps on the right, gear on the left.
Okay, throttle active. Did you fly it a while ago in low rates or mid rates?
I had it on high rates almost the whole time.
The whole time?
There are no mid rates.
Huh?
No mid rates. You got high and low.
High and low. Okay. I'm going to try low. All right, here we go. Going up. Oh, wait a minute. Let me deploy some flaps. Take off flaps.
Take
About
off flaps.
there you go, right in the middle. Here we go.
Flaps up.
Yeah, mid rates, much better.
No mid rates, you got low and high.
Okay, then high. I'm in high right now because it was taking its time to do what I was asking it to do.
Four minutes.
Nice.
7 minutes.
A little crooked. It's all right. Oh, it flies great.
Yeah, they do.
Wow.
How you doing on orientation?
Good, good. The sun is at a bad place right now, though, but because it's all the way on that side where you get the shadow on the left.
Yep.
But that's all right. But we're good.
Look at that knife edge. Beautiful.
Very nice.
Three minutes.
We'll try a point roll real quick. Do it 2 mistakes too high.
8 minutes.
Nice. All right, so I'm gonna bring the gear down.
Gear up. Gear down.
All right, and I am going to bring first set of flaps.
Take off flaps.
Okay, and I am just gonna fly it a little bit like that to get a feel, maybe a low pass, maybe a landing. Very nice.
Nice landing.
Oh, it's a sweetheart.
And that's takeoff flaps.
Yeah, that's takeoff flaps. I like to use first the takeoff flaps for landing because it makes the plane less temperamental. As I learn the plane, I'll bring the full flaps though. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Let's do it again. One more. I was checking the gliding landing. Obviously these jets, you want to have just a little bit of power at the flare. Make it prettier. But you got to learn them though.
2, 1. Timer pre-elapsed.
Well done.
I forgot to ask you where the reverse thrust was.
I didn't enable it on this one.
Oh, okay. All right. Beautiful.
Minutes.
All right, Dave, what did you think?
Well, be honest with you, John. I don't think you're gonna like this airplane.
You don't,
Nah. So I'll just take it from you.
you're gonna take this?
Yeah, I'll take it. The thing flies great. Remember, guys, I am not really EDF. I can fly. I can fly whatever. But EDFs, I've flown the little 64 basically, and that's it. And I love the way this thing flies. You can see it in the air, and it flies great. No gyro, beautiful. I was just having fun doing touch and go, which is what I love to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's just nothing to say. Beautiful. It flies gorgeous. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
Like
read on the battery on the screen what your voltage was after? And we set the timer for Dave for 5 minutes. For flight time, Dave got 5 minutes and 25 seconds. I had the timer set for 5. He ran 25 seconds over.
You know what I think about it. I think,
Nice plane. Good job, FMS.
oh
Nice
yeah,
job.
great, fantastic, beautiful. Good job, yes.
Thanks to FMS for sending this beautiful Avanti out for review. Congratulations on this launch release. I'm sure this will be a very popular airplane out there. I'll remind you, if you'd like to pick one of these up for yourself, I'll have a link in the description. Go visit the FMS website and grab one. They're awesome.
Are you done with this?
Dave's running off. Hey, we've covered this before, Dave. I do know where you live, so just keep that in mind. He likes the plane.
If I didn't have my car full of airplanes, I would have already, I had a strategy, just throw it in there and run.
He was going to run off with it. Hey, I'll remind you, if you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe, smash that notification bell so you know when new videos hit the channel, and hit the thumbs up. It helps with placement. I appreciate it. That's all I've got for today. Take it easy.
Hasta la vista.
Go fly something.